Hello and welcoming you all back to a video lecture series of company law and corporate governance. In our previous videos, we were discussing about what is company law, what is share, what is stock, who are the shareholders, who are the stakeholders. Is every shareholders of the company are termed as the stakeholder of the company, or else every stakeholders of the company or the shareholders of the company. And we were discussing more about the Security Exchange Code of India in our previous videos. In this video, we will be looking on to a most important terms in Companies Act, that is Article of Association and Memorandum of Association. First and foremost, Article of Association and Memorandum of Association are two different concepts. Now we will be looking on to what is Article of Association actually. So the Article of Association is actually a contract between the company and its shareholders on how the organization should move on. It is actually a user guide for the business, typically to discuss how the company will be organized and processed for shareholders, and how to conduct a meeting. A user guide for a business to how to run how to move on the company. So it is actually a contract between the shareholders and a company. So now what doubt would have arisen for you people? Why there should be a contract between a company and shareholder to run a business? Why the shareholders have given so much importance in a company? Because these shareholders have invested in the company and they have certain rights in the company. So if only when the company moves on, well, they would get a return on their investment. So the shareholders have rights to decide the regulatories and authorities of the organization. So in this case, let us discuss what are the contents in an article of association. So typically the article of association contains the details such as how the director to be hired, whom should be the director, and how the financial records should be maintained, etc. etc. Some of the key points that would be mentioned in an article of association are how the company will be organized. It will be discussing about how the company will be organized, and how should the meeting be arranged. For the shareholders meeting should be arranged, whether in an annual basis or half-yearly basis or quarterly basis, everything about it. And how the shares and dividends should be divided to the shareholders, whom should be given more authority, and the responsibilities, roles of the directors, the responsibilities of the shareholders, and it is all a basic alignment of how the administration will be moving on, and then user guide for the organization and the company to know what are the procedures and protocols. It is actually a checklist for a company. Whereas memorandum of association is actually a legal document that explains what is the purpose of the organization or a company to get incorporated. Previously we saw article of association that explains the user guides. The business has started. So how should it move on next? What would be the next step? How should the organization move on? What would be the next steps? What are the procedures would be required? The future steps and protocols will be discussed in an article of association. Whereas in memorandum of association, it would explain the basic purpose of the company to get started. Who is the founder of the organization? Why the organization founded? What is the basic purpose of the organization? Who are all the shareholders? Who are all the stakeholders? What are their purposes, what are their procedures, everything. A basic common idea about what is a company, for what reason and what purpose the company have started, everything in this memorandum of association will be listed in this memorandum of association. So now the question may arise, can a company change its article of association? Because the company moves on, company changes, the regulation also do change. So, is there is a possibility of changing an article of association? At same point it might want to change its article of association when change in law or in case of any change is required. The company can change its article of association. Then in that case the company should conduct a general meeting to shareholders and directors to part-time and inform them that a change is going to be initiated, and should get the authority of those shareholders and directors. Then meeting to be held with the shareholders and pass a special resolution that an article of change in article of association has been initiated. So the company secretary will be the signing authority of article of association and memorandum of association in the company. So this is what a basic detail about what is article of association and memorandum of association. In the next video we will be looking on to the formation of the company.